I'm just sitting here making noise to myself. Sorry, guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the It Doesn't Have to Make Sense channel. I am not comfortable, and this is Home Friday Live minus the home free. Shane's gonna get mad. Either way, hi guys. It's Friday, which means we do Friday related things. And we got some new music and a couple other things. Don't have like a giant long list of songs tonight. That's why I kind of kept it a little later. Started 8:15, but it is what it is. So hi guys. Okay, and also you guys see that it's Tommy in the thumbnail, which is the only thing I'm technically looking forward to tonight. Although the funny thing is, with the cover he's doing a metal version of what is far more of a kind of a hair rock type situation from Stan Bush. But it's okay. We'll see what we're doing. Let's go do a roll call right quick. So we got Trisha, me, Joyce. What up, Joyce? Sally, Denise, Eric, who's not feeling very good. Get some vitamin C in you or something. But vitamin C, a lot of B12, get some D. You'll feel better. Jen goes, Shane goes, Lisa Taylor. There you go. Sneaking in there. Didn't even say yet. Val Prime. How you doing? Laura. Any new names down here at the bottom? No, none. Excellent. Okay, good. Always like it when there's no new names while I'm doing roll call. There we go. It'll be in a couple weeks. Oh, I guess I see. Okay, there you go. I've been having to get up multiple times a night to help my mom, so that sucks. Sorry to hear that. It is what it is. Snow, yes. Apparently you northerners are getting a lot of it. That's not good. Well, we down here in the bottom ass end of Texas, we're going back down into the 20s tonight. We just got out of that bullshit, and then we're going right back into it. And then we get nothing but rain next week, so that kind of sucks. So you guys got a whole bunch of snow and whatnot. We're getting a whole bunch of rain. So, is what it is. So, my son... Okay. Hi, Christine. Hi. What's up? I'm not wearing a hat tonight. Sorry if that freaks you guys out. I know, I always wear the hat. It is what it is. Oh, I was going to say, is my background music playing? I just happened to look up as it wasn't doing anything. No snow for you. Well, you know what? Come further south and take it back. You're in Canada. You should have all the snow. It's only fair. I will say, I listened to a podcast this morning that was talking about some kind of crazy end of the world times situations that are definitely beyond our control and should make the next 10 years or so be very interesting. And by interesting, I mean, oh God, we're all going to die. So, yay. Yay for the future. No, Denise, no. Look, it's growing. It's fine. It's growing. It's growing. It's not going to be all long this year. It's going to be a different beard. You'll have to get used to it. But you got to start somewhere new. Also, cutting it off made it good because there was a lot of scraggly, like crazy hairs that are just going off in whatever direction. And then, like, I had one or two that were literally like just. And there was no fixing them. They just didn't want to do what they wanted to. What does it say? Oh, it's supposed to be ice, sun, mun, ugh. You can type out whole words. I mean, you don't like changes. I don't either, but sometimes you just got to do the thing. Sometimes you got to do the thing. I mean, sometimes you got to get a haircut when you've just got endless split ends. And then sometimes you got to do a dye job because you've gotten too gray and you don't want to look too old for your age. It happens. I mean, I need to get some beard dye. I've got a lot of gray going on over here. Starting to look like Brian Redband. Okay, so I'm going to hit this. And that's crazy because Redband's in his 50s. I'm not even close to that. So, also, guys, I want to shout out to Patreon. You can see it down here, right there. Shoki reviews over there on the patreon.com. And, of course, most of my patrons or over here in the chat. And Tara did just join at the freebie level. So she'll just get some bare minimum stuff. Unfortunately, today did not work out for the Patreon exclusive new podcast idea. So that's going to have to be delayed until, well, that happens. Today was super chaotic. This whole week has been chaotic. Tomorrow's going to suck. So I don't know. This whole beginning of the year, at least work-wise, has been total chaos, and it's not been fun. Hold on. Anyone know? I would assume so. I don't know. Abbreviating the word abbreviate is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm just not gonna read. I'm gonna read sentences as they are. I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna spell out abbreviated words for you because I'm just not gonna. All right, guys. So we do have new Hound and the Fox featuring Taylor Davis, which is cool. Haven't seen her in a little bit, so always fun thing there. Simple Gifts. I don't know if it's an original or if it's a cover. This is a lullaby version of this traditional Appalachian folk song to remind parents how to slow down. Okay, so we're doing another lullaby. Big on the lullabies. Okay, so everybody's going to go to sleep right off the bat. So we've got that. We do have new Maggie Ball, 24. Okay. We do have new voice play, which is weird because it's like a full-size version of one of their shorts, which is usually in a mall, which this one's also in a mall. But it's funny that we have a theme here. We got The Lion Sleeps Tonight, followed by new Dave Moffat music, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Yep, same movie. Weird. All right, and then mixing in a little bit of comedy here. We don't have our Southern boy, but we do have our British boy. So we got Lost in the Pond with 7 harmless British words Americans might find rude, followed by new column Nancy Mulligan, followed by Jared Halley with Fleetwood Mac featuring Bailey Rushlow. Okay. We have new Taylor Davis because, you know, if we're going to have her over here with our friends at the Hound and the Fox, might as well actually check out her new stuff as it is. We have a new one from Jeremy Renner, just dropped today. Haven't listened to a whole lot of his music, but everything I've heard I've enjoyed. Yes, that's the actor, Jeremy Renner. We're also going to go ahead and do the new Ali Spagnola video where she's decided to make a velvet-covered bike because she's insane. And then, of course, finishing up with new Tommy. And then maybe we'll do a reaction if we got it already out there. Yep. What up, other Val? Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves started. By the way, hit that like button, guys, so that Denise won't know how many likes there are because for some reason her thing is broken. We don't know why. It just is. We got 14 people watching. You see it right up there in the corner. The likes should be off by 1 because Denise doesn't seem to be able to do the thing for whatever reason. Okay, so yeah, so I see 15 viewers, 9 likes. Somebody else needs to hit that button. Oh, by the way, I don't have my thingy open for myself. Somehow I had my camera open. I don't even know how that happened. Okay. So the funny thing is, sometimes if I have it pulled up before the stream starts, it doesn't actually, the video doesn't start. It doesn't make any sense. And I'm being good tonight. No alcohol, no nothing. I'm hydrating and drinking my greens because I haven't done that. And I ate a lot of cheese earlier. I ordered Papa John's for the first time in a long time. I used to work at Papa John's. And I know stuff has changed over the years, but there's some things that are still sort of the same. I think I still prefer Domino's. Nope, I don't follow Jeffrey East, so I wouldn't have known that. No, I'm definitely not having a dry January in any way, shape, or form. I've drank a lot this month. It's just tonight I figured, screw it, I need to hydrate. Just being good tonight is really what it is. It's like, normally I drink on Fridays and Thursdays when we do these things, but I already drank Wednesday night, so I'm just balancing life out a little bit. Just a little bit. Oop, somebody needs to silence this phone. Oh, by the way, last night's stream did get blocked, which was crazy. but I did trim out that segment. So one of the comedy segments from last night did get trimmed out. So if you were here, you got to see it. If you're going to watch that in the future, you're just going to see a weird little cut in from one thing to another. So it is what it is. All right, let's get started here with our good friends at The Hound and the Fox, featuring Taylor Davis. Okay, this thing is being stupid.
Tis a gift to be simple, and a gift to be free. Tis a gift to be where we are, you and me. Tis a stop running around, to come down and see you're a gift, and it's simple. I'm right where I ought to be.
Doesn't really feel like a lullaby. At least not like the way the previous lullabies have been. Sorry. I think Mackenzie actually needs a little bit of lipstick or something. Her face looks a little too pale when she has like nothing going on, unfortunately. Doesn't have to be anything bold, just something to offset a little. It's like me, I'm looking very pale tonight.
Tis a gift to be simple, tis a gift to be free, tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and light.
Kind of wish they would have some lyrics on the screen for songs that aren't obvious.
True simplicity is gain. To bow and to bend, we will not be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come around right. Till by turning.
Once again, it's kind of like, it probably once again comes down to YouTube versus any other music streaming platform, where the music is really powerful and it's like the strings have been like super strong the whole time, and in my ears at least, overpowering the vocals a little bit.
Turning we come around by turning we come around by turning we come around.
Taylor does? I wouldn't say Taylor looks like Elizabeth Hurley, but I don't see it. Nice. So there was new Casper Fox. I didn't see new Casper Fox. See, I do have one particular issue as I scroll through. No, we did The Night We Met. We did that when it was new. I was going to say, we don't have new Casper Fox. I'm not crazy. My problem, as I will show you, there's a particular person who sort of overwhelms my feed a little bit. I don't know if you guys catch my drift here. There's a certain red bearded gentleman who sort of takes up about 50% of my feed, so it's hard to know when. Love you, Lyle. But I hate that I have to be subscribed to get into your chat sometimes because he pollutes my feed so badly. I miss things sometimes. What was this? Fair point. Need to be serious. Yeah, I absolutely. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Adorable family. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. That nice little bonus. Like, unfortunately, because I took off a couple days last week, my paycheck wasn't fantastic. However, I got a really really big one the week before, so it balances out. And I forgot that I had donations from you guys sitting in my PayPal. So I was like, oh man. So I popped over to my PayPal. I was like, oh, hey, boop. Yeah, well, there you go. That makes up for the shitty paycheck. So you guys helping me out in donations and or just joining the Patreon, like this thing right here, definitely does help. So, it's not a lot, but it's enough to sometimes overcome shitty weeks at work. This week, not shitty. I mean, work was shitty. The pay will not be. It is what it is. You can go back to work till the 12th? Holy shitballs. That's a lot. What are you going to do with all of your time? Never forget about where I have money stashed. I have some money sort of stashed, but not really. All right, either way, because I'm kind of hoping to get a decent vacation this year, so I want to be able to leave some money off to the side for either vacation or super rainy day problems. So we'll see. All right, so we do have new Maggie Bar, and this one is 24. Well then.
Cheap champagne in a coffee cup. I told myself I had to stay up to watch.
Much like myself, something is missing. And it took me a minute.
The last few minutes fade away. New York's waiting on the bottle drop. My heart and my head can't seem to stop.
Okay, sorry, I'm very disillusioned right now because Maggie does in fact have a top of her head.
Wanting to take a trip down memory lane. Till the clock runs out, I guess that's okay. I'm leaving you in 23 in a rose-colored memory. Just suitcase with wild dreams. You're so damn sure. And I'm raising half a glass one more night, looking back.
Oh, there it is.
Cheers and everything.
Oh, thank God. I was getting worried that she left the hat in 23, not just him.
We had behind the closing doors. Here's to hoping I don't love you anymore. And 24.
Motorcycle, to answer the question.
Counting down 876, and I'm wondering who's the midnight kiss, or if your lips are only like mine tonight. Last year I was dancing in a party dress, and you swore this would be our best one yet, and I never would have guessed it'd be alone this time. Ooh, when that clock strikes,
Hold on a second. I was just thinking about something. Can I? I can. Hold on. I don't know if it'll make a difference or not.
leaving you in 23 in a rose-colored took his wild dreams. We're so damn sure. And I'm raising a half full glass to one more night, looking back. Cheers and everything we had behind the closing door. So here's to hoping I don't love you anymore. I'm 24.
I feel kind of bad. She's all nice and dressed up and everything, and it's nearly midnight, and she's alone. Yeah, Laura's on a little bit of a delay, it seems. There's the hat. It's not the right hat, but it's the only one that's sitting here. Agreed. Some of the lyrics have been lost on me, but yes, the whole idea of leaving him in 24 and not wanting to, or leaving him in 23 and not wanting to love him in 24. Also, we're making an assumption here.
I'm leaving you in 23 with a heart shaped like the mobile street. So in love threw away the key. We were so damn sure. And now I'm raising a half full glass for one more night, looking back. Cheers.
Tonight I'm raising a half full glass. That's okay. I'm understanding the lyrics a little bit more. Hold on.
Heart shaped like the mobile street. So in love threw away the key. We were so damn sure. And now I'm raising a half full glass for one more night, looking back.
Okay, so I'm raising a half full glass for one more night, looking back. Okay, so it's a half full glass, so I'm looking forward. I'm looking up. Okay, lyrics are starting to make sense. Good.
Cheers and everything we had behind the closing door. So here's to
Leaving everything we had or behind the closing door. Or cheersing. It almost sounds like she said cheersing everything we had. Hold on.
cheers and everything we had.
Yeah, cheersing. So, I mean, the funny thing is you say it sounds like she slurred. She started it out with opening a bottle of champagne to herself and drinking it from a coffee mug. Which, by the way, we had New Year's champagne, never even opened it. It's still in the fridge. It's like a pink Moscato or something like that.
Behind the closing door, so here's to hoping I don't love you anymore. Here's to a year that's better than the one before. I'm 24.
Okay. Sorry, I was catching up on whatever comment y'all were talking about of a different song. It's like, I don't know. I didn't know what y'all were talking about. I had to scroll back. Either way, oh, man. Courtney Cox was so hot in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. And she just completely destroyed herself. Much like Erin Moriarty did. If you've ever seen The Boys, the young lady who plays Starlight went and got plastic surgery in between seasons, and she does not look like herself anymore, and it is incredibly shameful. For a young lady of 29 to get plastic surgery to make herself look like a woman who's 48 trying to look 29 is very, very sad and angering. Yep. Yep. Shaker song. Well, I know nothing about that. Nothing. Okay. Exactly. Sounds like the wifey just went outside. We have a really bad air leak at the top of our door. Like our outside door does not meet up properly to the entire door frame, and has a really bad air leak at the top, and then a little bit at the bottom. But we've got one of those draft stopper thingies, So I actually have to have a towel over the top corner of the door when it's this cold out, or else it does actually kick in a decent cold breeze when the heater comes on. Excuse me. I felt a burp coming. Okay, guys, we do have new voice play, which is weird because it looks like it should totally be one of their voice play shorts because they're probably going to be walking through the mall. But it is what it is, and we got J Nunn back, which is generally a positive thing. But also, if they're doing one of the walking through the mall videos, that's probably going to be one of the better songs they do. Because unlike their normal videos that are like massively produced and sounds like they're on a stage and the arrangements I generally am not a fan of, most of the ones where they're just walking through the mall singing a thing, I've really enjoyed the arrangements. So we'll see what's going on. We're doing The Lion Sleeps tonight, which was a coincidence that we got Dave over here doing Can You Feel the Love tonight. So we get two different songs from The Lion King and also Ace Ventura, technically speaking. There is weather stripping. You can't do weather stripping on top of weather stripping because then it leaks anyways. There's weather stripping inside the door frame. It's just very badly hung, and there's no way for us to fix it. So either way, let's go. So it is one of their shorts videos, but it's not a short video because of the length. I hate vertical filmed videos displayed in such a way. Wow, Lisa. Wow. Also, am I the only one who feels like this is actually a green screen and they're not in the mall? It's like, because the way they have the lighting set up around them, like it's set up like a stage. But then, like, there's real people behind them in the mall, but they're also adding in, like, the AR animals. It's just kind of funny. Who's this guy? Yeah. Also, this is a great image here. Just that. I will say that out of the main little chunk of the song that comes back and forth, I've appreciated Caesar's probably the most. Now we got Jeff off to the background, seemingly doing more of the beatboxing and going a little low here. Hold on. In the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight. In the village, the peaceful village, wait for it. The lion sleeps tonight. Okay. He resisted the urge to totally go into unnecessary bass. But as soon as it's like, oh, there goes Lane. It's like, we know what's happening. It's like, here comes Jeff. Yeah, the dancing monk. I'm trying to not be completely distracted by the crazy dancing animals because now we have a twerking gorilla.
Don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight.
that tip into unnecessary run territory? Because I think it did. Also, that cut felt weird. I don't know why. Something about that cut felt strange. But also, just Lane doing that. Sorry, I cringe at the dances. And I know that's the point of it, but I cringe at the dancing. Okay, I wasn't sure what to pay attention to more, the violin out of nowhere or the squirrel that is perfectly sticking to Lane's hair. I'm still very confused about what's happening. I'm still not convinced that they're actually in the mall filming this. Okay, I think that lady walking. I think the lady walking in the background confirms they are actually in the mall doing this. Hold on, where is she? Because she is straight up watching what they're doing, right here. So like, I had my doubts, but that confirmed they are doing this in the mall. Because like sometimes I'm like, are they really doing this in the mall and nobody's paying attention? Because like you got this group of kids just sitting right there, and then you've got these quote unquote adults doing some silly shit over here with lights and cameras set up, and like nobody's paying attention to it at all, except for this lady who's walking up on it and going, what is happening? You know, it's funny. There's a tiny monkey picking through Jeff's hair. So I mean, like, they did really good work on the CG animals. Like, considering they did a good job at compositing in those animals for the most part. That's a pain in the dick. It is entirely possible that it is just a filter that adds animals. But vocally, yeah, it was good. Like I said, normally the in the mall videos are actually usually pretty good. That one just reached ridiculous territory with the silly animals. But, you know, some people are more amused by that than myself. You know, I find like what they were having the animals doing was cringy to me. But that's okay. That's what they were going for, was full level cringe. If you enjoy it, you win. But at least they resisted going into unnecessary base. They had at least one unnecessary run for style points. Fine. Yeah, but that was, as it goes, inoffensive voice play song. There you go. There you go. There you go. But have you ever considered that the monkeys picking off your louses also have louses that are just being left behind so that they can come back later and eat more? Have you ever considered that? I also agree. I thought that the hand transitions weren't well executed. Like, they could have used the animals as transitions, something crossing the screen. I think they sort of did it with the giraffe one time. But I would have much rather seen that. Or like the hippo, when they had the hippo come out and do the thing, like they could have had the hippo's mouth open up and then come out of the screen, and then that was a transition. I almost don't even feel like the transitions were necessary, to be honest, but I get why you would do it, just to have different cuts. But it also gives you breaks whenever you want to have clips. You know, 'tis what it is. Excuse me. Okie. So going from one song about a lion to another. So, Dave Moffat music back again. This time with the Elton John classic, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Should be pretty good. No Jonah with this one, though.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day, when the heat of a rolling wind can't be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel?
Hold on. What? Hold on. Look, do we need to address this with Lisa, how she's somehow never seen The Lion King? Yes, everyone in the chat, please address this. Looks like we're having a Patreon watch night. Have you never seen The Lion King? Wow. That's like the pinnacle of the Disney Renaissance. Damn near perfect movie. Don't watch the remake. Remake is not worth your time. The original is amazing. Joyce, you have the trilogy. Trilogy? What was the other one? Was there? I know there was the Lion King 1.5. Was there a 2 that I missed? I know there was like the Timon and Pumbaa series. Was there another? Oh my God. I think I saw 1.5 perhaps. Wait, it was 2 called Simba's Pride. One of them was called Simba's Pride. I know that, but I also know that generally speaking, straight to video sequels almost never do good. Almost never. Though I would say that the best of the Disney straight to home video sequels was Aladdin 3. Aladdin 3 was actually pretty good. And the funny thing is that I never really saw Revenge of Jafar. But the King of Thieves, that's actually a pretty solid movie. And Robin Williams came back to do the genie for that one. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I never saw it. I never bothered. Because it never made sense that they would have allowed Scar to have a child there, you know. Because that's not how lions function. If you actually know. By the way, this is a really hard song for a cover to match, because Elton John is such a particular voice with this, and Dave's voice doesn't really go where Elton's does, unfortunately. Dave's more of a shit, what's his name from Genesis that is now escaping my mind? He did so Elton John did like the Lion King stuff, and then what's his face did Tarzan, and Why My Name Is blanking me. Yes, Shakespeare's Hamlet is basically what Lion King is. It is Hamlet. Somebody help me out. I can't remember what the guy's name is from Genesis, the drummer, singer. I swear I've not been drinking, but for some reason it's not coming. Phil Collins, thank you. I swear when I started this sentence, I knew Phil Collins. It's like you just completely, like, you're talking and then the word that's in your brain just goes over there. Phil Collins, thank you.
It is where we are. It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. Can you feel the
By the way, he's also sped it up slightly. And for anybody else who hasn't noticed that, he's definitely sped it up a little bit. There's some gaps that should be there. There should be some pauses. Also, am I the only one who forgets which part of which verse comes in because there's so many, like first verse, second verse have so many similarities, but you always forget which one comes first, you know?
Oh, it's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best. There's a time for everyone if they only learn that the twisting kaleidoscope moves us all in turn. There's a rhyme and reason to the wild outdoors when the heart of the star-crossed Voyager beats in time with yours. And can you feel the love tonight? Tonight is where we are. Oh, it's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. Can you feel the love tonight? Tonight, let's lay to rest.
It feels like he tried to make it a little bit too poppy. Like he took what was already kind of a pop song and just made it more pop. You know, like instead of early 90s pop, he made it late 90s pop.
Oh, it's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
When it's done, I want to see something.
Enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to do something I do every now and then, and I'm going to see what happens when you slow it down a little bit. Because he's going a little fast. It's probably going to be a little weird, but let's see. Might be too slow.
There's a calm surrender to the rush of day when the heat of a whirlwind can't be turned away. An enchanted moment, and it sees me through. It's enough for this restless warrior just to be with you. And can you feel the love tonight?
I'm kind of digging it.
It is where we are.
I guess.
It's enough for this wide-eyed wanderer that we got this far. Can you feel the love tonight? Tonight, let's lay to rest. Oh, it's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the
So I think, okay, so this is at 0.75. I think it needs to be at 0.85. So I'm going to do what I do occasionally on one of these streams when I think something's definitely going at the wrong pitch or the wrong speed. And I'm going to do a Shoki edit that will go up on the Patreon. So there will be a Shoki edit of this later. I'll see what I can do. But yes, I'm definitely going to try the Chipmunks version. And we're going to go at 1.5 speed for the rest of the song. Here we go.
There's a time for everyone, if they only learn that the twist and kaleidoscope moves us on in turn. There's a rhyme every time to the wild outdoors, when the heart of the star-crossed fortune beats in time with yours. Can you feel the love tonight? Tonight is where we are. But tonight, for this wide-eyed wanderer, that we got this far.
Now it needs a house beat. Nice house or trap beat behind it. That would be funny.
Can you feel the love tonight? Tonight, it's where to rest. It's enough to make kings and vagabonds believe the very best.
I looked at Kings and Vagabonds. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back to that though and see what it sounds like at like 0.85 speed. I think that's funny. Yeah, the super accelerated vibrato for sure. That was funny. What? I don't even know what y'all are talking about. Oh, okay. All right, so we need a little bit of a comedy break. We don't have anything new from Matt Mitchell, so we have a British guy. All right, so 7 harmless British words Americans might find rude. Let's find out.
Hello, I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to words.
Okay.
Specifically, words that are used commonly in one country that might be considered filthy in the other. And before we dive into those, apologies in advance to my mum, my former teachers, and the British Embassy. This is just one of those videos that my subscribers have been asking me to do for ages, so if you're going to blame anybody, blame them. Oh, and if you yourself are not yet subscribed...
Also, he does sound like an AI-generated British person.
...subscribe to this channel, do that now. In the meantime, here is part 1 of a 2-part series in which I look at words that might make residents of the other country go a little red in the face.
Wait, does he have the reverse as well?
And the first word that we're pulling out today is titbit. Basically, titbit, which for those of you wondering rhymes with Fitbit, is an alternate spelling of what Americans would know as tidbit. And it's funny this because the word tit used to mean small and not what you're thinking of. And on this subject, I often hear British people saying things like, why did America change it? Well, it turns out they didn't. Tidbit is how we used to say it in Britain, and at some point in the past, we substituted a D for a T, which is something that happens commonly. This English language phenomenon in which the letter T is pronounced as a D in the middle of words is known as T-flapping. T-flapping is especially common in American English, where speakers overwhelmingly pronounce butter as butter. However, as part of the gradual Americanization of British English, T-flapping has popped up a lot in recent years in Britain. In fact, the amount of British YouTubers I've heard recently pronouncing the word little as liddle is ironically large. Also, now that I've said it out loud a few times, T-flapping definitely belongs on a list of linguistic words that normies would find filthy.
Yeah. Definitely T-flapping sounds like something completely... Yeah.
Dropping that on my OnlyFans. Anyway, back to the whole titbit versus tidbit thing. Britain did whatever the exact opposite of T-flapping is and settled on titbit. America either didn't get that memo or didn't care. Although an American stage director of mine did care when I said it the British way. You can't say that, dude. There are kids in the audience. Next in line, you may occasionally hear British people from the past say the phrase, keep your pecker up, it's gonna be all right, right? And that's not some weird foreplay. In fact, really, it's just another way of saying, keep calm and carry on. Except here in America, and broadly in English in general, the word pecker doesn't just mean a bird that does this. It also means a man's third leg. I don't know how to not get demonetized.
Wiener.
And so clearly, if I use the phrase keep your pecker up to an American, I might face a lawsuit. Actually, the same is definitely true of this. In Britain, it is not uncommon for us to say, I stroked the dog. In fact, I never knew another phrase for this, and you're probably thinking, Lawrence, what does it mean to stroke the dog? Well, thankfully, it doesn't mean what you think it means, you weird little... It just means to do...
Also, yes, I'm taking a pause break. For Funicorn, you see it? That's a Funicorn. It is a Zero Fucks Hero. It is a trophy of apathy. You could buy one today if you felt like it. All right, but the thing is, also take times while this is going on. Times for Miss Shoki. I know we haven't done it in a minute. We're doing it now.
Do this to your animal across its fur, make it feel nice. And this is a word difference that I wish I'd known before moving in with my in-laws, who had 3 dogs at the time. And I remember the first time that I said to them, do you mind if I stroke the dog? You could see the cogs turning in their heads, and I don't know what they were thinking, but it was probably along the lines of, what is the phone number to the Department of Homeland Security? Anyway, to stroke the dog is another way of saying the American English phrase, to pet the dog.
Poppycock.
At some point in the past, it was decided that the word poppycock is a word
I've used the word poppycock.
entirely exclusive to Britain, but that itself is poppycock because the word is widely believed to have originated in the United States. In fact, the word meaning utter rubbish or baloney was brought to these shores by Dutch settlers. It is derived from their...
Well, it's not easy to open the thing, pull open the styrofoam, all that. So, I mean, it's sitting right there. We just got to figure out how and when we're going to get it to you. Peppercack. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Utter rubbish or baloney was brought to these shores by Dutch settlers. It is derived from their word pappycack, meaning literally soft dung. So when someone says, what a load of poppycock, the American use of horse is a viable synonym in more ways than one. With that quick disclaimer out of the way, you barely hear the word in America today. However, in Britain, it persists. And so if I were to use this word around Americans, they'd either giggle at me because, well, it contains the word cock, or because it sounds like a quaint British word. Lawrence, go stand in the corner and talk poppycock to me all day. Which, as it happens, is something that I'm highly skilled at. It's not enough that we have the word titbit, we have to find other harmless ways of incorporating the word tit into our words and phrases. In this case, the word tit is used in a context that Americans might actually know well. That is tit, as in the type of bird. Indeed, the United States is home to 5 species of titmouse: the tufted, the black-crested, the oak, the juniper, and the bridled titmouse. Whoever named that last one knew what they were doing. What America doesn't have is the great tit, unless we're talking about my wife's cousin Chad. The great tit, which is also not a large hill with an igloo on top, is a type of bird found not just throughout Britain, but much of Europe. So laugh at this bird all you want, but just remember this: it can fly. What can you do? Oh, the word banger. It can mean so many things, and on either side of the pond. In both Britain and America, I've heard the word banger used to describe an old clunky car. But in Britain, it has multiple uses. For instance, a banger can also be a very loud firework. It can also be a sausage. And believe it or not, that is not a euphemism. Which probably explains why the...
So bangers and mash.
Odd, sometimes very odd American will ask me, what are the smutty origins of the UK dish bangers and mash? Well, hold your horses, because this has nothing to do with rumpy pumpy. In fact, the word banger in this context is thought to date back to World War I. The story goes that due to supply shortages, sausages had to be prepared with different filler to what is normal. And this, which mostly consisted of water, is said to have caused the sausages to explode. This still feels like a euphemism.
Yes, it does. Rubber.
And finally, rubber. Now, firstly, I should clarify that nobody has a problem talking about rubber, the material. Both countries do that in equal measure. It's when we're talking about what Americans refer to as an eraser that things get dicey. Because while a rubber is what we call this in Britain, that very same phrasing can be used in the United States to mean protective clothing for your third leg. Can we say condom? Now, thankfully, this is not a faux pas that I run...
Prophylactic.
into very often, because I haven't used a rubber since 1998. Yes, the stationery. So suffice to say that my heart goes out to all of the British teachers working in America. Being British in America is a weird experience. You encounter a lot of cultural differences, and as I've pointed out on this channel many times, this often includes word differences. And sometimes these word differences can leave you embarrassed, such as the words on this list, but also filthy place names like Intercourse, Pennsylvania, or Spittle in the Street, Lincolnshire. Therefore, when visiting the other country, it's important to be mindful about the words you use. Or don't, and see what happens. Coming soon is part 2 in this series, in which I look at American words that the British might find a little bit rude. To whet your appetite for that, why not check out this video looking at American English words that are catching on in Britain. Until the next video, goodbye.
Like, y'all? Interesting. Interesting. Also, I did not know that he had come to live amongst us here. That filthy, filthy immigrant. What? He's British. Either way, I have to keep adjusting because I keep leaning in ways that cause either numbness and or pain, and it's annoying. But either way, you stretch. Oh, guys, remember to kind of move around, stretch a little bit, get shoulders going on there. Yeah, I know. I mean, I want to know how they say it. Fanny is. Yeah, I know about that. Yep. We use a lot of those. We take the same word, and then I think the problem is that we heard someone use it and made the assumption about which body part it was, and that's how it came about here. In certain ways, though, I still don't understand. I mean, I understand the usage. I don't understand the origin of. We have elevators. They have lifts. We have trucks. They have lorries. Like, and the things that that should be called trucks are just cars. It's weird. They refer to they have pickup trucks, but even a pickup truck is technically a car to them because they don't really use pickup trucks. They just have their big ass lorries. It's weird. Well, okay then, Eric. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, if he married an American, sure. They have boots, they have trunks, we have bonnets. No, if they have bonnets, we have hoods. Wing mirrors instead of side view mirrors. Yeah, it's a lot of things. Like wings. They have wings. Either way. If you watch a lot of Australian or British stuff, you hear a lot of this weirdness thing. Yes, the loo. I often refer to the loo. Or the WC, as it were. Though I don't think they call it that hardly anymore. It might be labeled that still in some places, but I don't believe they actively call things the water closet anymore. Oh, there you go, Sally. Yep, Sally's on top of it too. Sally. Bye, Eric. Feel better, for the love of God. Feel better. Of course. Etymology of words is always fun. Speaking of someone from across the pond, who may or may not now be in America. I think he is. I think he's in LA. We have Colm. Also, what has happened to Peter Barber? Why is his head shaved? I find it disturbing. He's a very round-faced individual, and when round-faced individuals shave their heads, they look like an egg with eyes. So it looks like an egg with eyes and some stubble, and it's weird. All right, so Nancy Mulligan, Ed Sheeran cover. I'm sure this will probably get into normal Colm music territory. But he's on the same set, it looks like. Yeah. I mean, I could assume that, but it still looks odd. Because I mean, he grew it out for so long with the Bass Gang stuff, and then now for it to be gone, it's like, I mean, I would only assume that it's for a part. It's the only thing I would assume, and not any like bad assumptions, you know. But still, it looks weird. Be like, imagine if Colm just shaved his head tomorrow. It would look weird. Now, if he just gave up, you know, like many somewhat balding men do, they just give up and just get rid of it all. You know, like I'll probably have to do at some point in life. Then I can understand that as well.
On the summer day when I proposed, I made a wedding from dentist gold, and I asked her father, but her daddy said no. You can't marry my daughter. She and I went on the run. Don't care about religion. I'm gonna marry the woman I know. Down by the Wexford border. She was Nancy Mulligan, and I was William Shearer. She took my name and we were one. Down by the Wexford border. Second World War, and she was working on a soldier's war. Never had I seen such beauty before. The moment that I saw her, Nancy was my yellow rose, and we got married wearing borrowed clothes. We got 8 children now growing old, 2 sons and 3 daughters. She and I were on the run. Don't care about religion. I'm gonna marry the woman I love. Down by the Wexford border. She was Nancy Mulligan. William Shearer, she took my name and we were one. Down by the Wexford border.
So I'm gonna do something when this is over that I've been talking about doing and really checking. You never heard this song? I've heard a lot of people cover this. It's a pretty good song. But it's the same critique that I usually have with when Colm has a ton of instrumental going on. I really can't make out the vocals. So when the YouTube version is done, I'm going to pull up the Spotify version and see if there's an audible difference. Because that's usually kind of how it goes. It's a YouTube compression problem when it comes to making the video, and it messes up the audio. Whereas if you're uploading to Spotify, you're getting the real uncompressed audio file.
Streaking a jet black hair, 60 years I've been loving her. Now I sat by the fire in her old damn chairs. You know Nancy, or you die. From a farm boy born near Belfast town, I never worry about the king and crown, cause I found my heart up on the southern ground.
See, like to me, the violins and even the flutes are just overpowering his vocals.
There's a difference, are you sure? She and I went on the run. Don't care about religion. I'm gonna marry the woman I love. Down by the Wexford border. She was Nancy Mulligan, and I was William Shearer. She took my name and we were one. Down by the Wexford border.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Okay. So, let me pull up the Spotify version here. Let's pull this over here. I don't think we may have done this only once before, but with Colm, it's very, like him and Jonathan Young, there's a lot of compression problems, I think, when it comes to just the heavy instrumental. So let's see what's going on here. What? Why can't Spotify play this right now? Oh, that's stupid. Hold on. Can I download it? Why can't I play it? Well, I wanted to play the thing. Well, I mean, like it at least. Why is it not playing? I don't understand. Well, let's grab a different one.
The king and his man.
Okay, so that one wants to play. Is it just because it's new? No. That was weird.
I was 24 years old when I met the woman who would call my own. 22 grandkids now growing old in the house that your brother bought you. On the summer day when I proposed, I made a wedding from dentist gold. And I asked her father, but her daddy said no. You can't marry my daughter. She and I went on the run. Don't care about religion. I'm gonna marry the woman I love. Down by the Wexford border. She was Nancy Mulligan and I was William Shearing. She took my name and we were one. Down by the Wexford border.
Yeah, I agree. I still can't understand most of the words, but I think I can hear him clearer. It's like it does sound clearer, like higher quality, for sure. But yeah, it is still a similar problem. But that's also it could just be it. The other thing is like sometimes you when they're making music, they determine where's the best way to listen to it will be, whether that's going to be headphones, car stereos, whatever. So you can actually build it out that way. And so you might be listening to it on your cell phone or your earbuds or your crappy TV speakers, and it might sound, and it's not made to come through that. Oh, yeah, of course, Ed's version is clearer. Yeah. Hello, dear. What you doing? You're trying to itch. I mean, I wouldn't want to itch if I were you. Ooh.
I'm coming in to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Krista sent me this thing. It's called Busted in BCS. So it's like the Facebook page of people who go to jail, kind of like how we have.
Sure.
And my ex-husband's sister got arrested today.
Okay.
Got a warrant out for her arrest for having an alcoholic container in the car. And one was failure to show. The other one was like contributing alcohol to a minor.
Wow. All of that's bad.
Well, very bad. Very bad.
Wow. And yes, Jay won. He was the closest.
Oh.
He had 9:23.
What time is it?
9:25.
Okay. Well, I'm also going to go lay down.
You're gonna go lay down.
The
You?
pizza away because I don't know how to like manipulate it to get it in there just right because you always work with boxes, so you know how to stack them.
So what you're saying is that you're not very good at spatial reorientation.
Correct.
So you're admitting that men are better at that.
No, I'm not. I'm saying you're better than me at that.
But I'm a man.
I'm not saying all men.
Fine.
Everything's like hurting right here.
Yeah.
Like my jaw.
Want me to punch it? Oh, okay.
It's not TMJ's. It's not up here.
Yeah.
It's like my mandibular.
I'm sure that's helping. You know, make sure you do all that. You know what'll make that better?
Mm-hmm.
Wearing your mask to sleep.
I'm gonna go lay down. I'll turn off the lights and whatnot.
Okay, well, don't turn off the lights that I need to still be able to do the things I gotta do.
Move the kitchen on.
Uh-huh.
Love you.
I love you too, baby.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Not as much as I love you.
That's not true.
Not the same way I love you.
That's very true, because I definitely love you more than I...
You're just my roommate.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
You're my gratified roommate. Glorified.
Gratified. No, I like that better. I like that better.
You're my glorified.
I'm an over gratified remake. I can't even talk either. Neither of us is drinking, but neither of us can talk.
Oh, I have a patient. I can't say her first name, but her last name is hyphenated.
That's a weird last name.
I can't say her name.
Yeah, don't say her
But
name.
anyways, I was talking to Liz about her and saying something, and I said, I got a chlamydia. Like, clit. Her name is...
It'll be funnier if I know it, but that's okay. Show me later.
Well, okay, so she's the one
Hold on.
that you have to get.
Wow. Sorry, guys. I had to mute so she could say the
Let's
thing.
just say the word chlamydia. Let's not name our child chlamydia.
We'll just go with chlamydia. Gonorrhea. All right, go to bed, dork. Love you. Yeah, she does need to join us again on a stream or a Patreon thingy. But you guys, you should join the Patreon. Look right here, Patreon thing. By the way, there are 7-day free trials if you want to actually go poke around the Patreon and see what it is we actually have to offer before deciding to sign up and be a cool supporter of the channel. So it is what it is. Either way, so we do have new Mr. Jared Holly featuring Bailey Rushlow, and they're doing Fleetwood Mac Dreams. Let's see. After all those collaborations with his kid, it'll be nice to have some other adults involved.
Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down?
It's only right that you
They should have timed it to where he went out and she came in at the same time.
should play the way you feel it. But listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives you mad.
In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you loved
And what you had,
and what you lost.
oh, thunder only happens when it's raining.
Nice.
Players only love you when they're playing.
Say women, they will come and they will go.
When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You'll know.
See, they could have timed that better. It's like, damn it. Sometimes it's just the timing of when they go in and out of frame. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. I will say, like, the only thing that threw me off a little bit is his drumming. It's just a little. It needs a little work. Just a little work to it. Also, I'm trying to determine if this is a fish tank or a window in through like a kitchen. It's going to be kind of small for you guys, but I can't tell what this particular situation is going on here in her background. It could be a mirror, because judging by the wider shots, the lights and the plants back here. Yeah, so this is a mirror. Okay. So that's interesting that she's got this Woods poster over here as though she's in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Which, by the way, I still need to rewatch. It's a good movie. Yeah, it's a mirror with some like rocks or something. Either way, I'm just analyzing the backgrounds. And once again, his foam board does not line up.
Now here I
That part. That's the part I think needs a little bit of work. Just needs to be refined. That's all it is. Because it's like you know.
I go again, I see the crystal visions. I keep my visions to myself.
It's only
Once again, they could time it to where he goes out, she comes in. Even if she's not picking up singing immediately, just time it to where they're trading places, basically. Also, like, since these top two corners are just basically dancing, he needs to dance from one into the other. That would look cool. Like, if he could time it really well between the video and know that he did this thing here and then he goes off screen and then he does the exact same motion going into the next one, that would be super cool. That's what I want to see him do.
wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness, like a heartbeat drives your mind.
In the stillness of remembering what you had and what you loved.
Also, I think it's unfair that she doesn't have any where she's just dancing and doing nothing or any empty boxes. He's sort of dominating the space. Whoa, hold on. Look, they did it perfect. Wait. There we go.
What you have and what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing.
Say women, they will come and they will go.
When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing.
Say women, they will come and they will go.
When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You'll
I think she sounds really good with herself, to be totally like. So I think it's kind of funny. Like, if they actually worked it out, like, I know that they're clearly filming in separate spaces, but it would be crazy if they remotely lived near each other and just in one of his other frames, she dips out and then he dips out a frame and then she pops up at his place, like completely unexplained. Like, that would be funny.
You will know. Oh, you know.
I do like just the Jared symbol. He's just he just lets it go. She's pretty good. I actually like her. Bailey Rushlow. Let's pop over to Bailey's channel. There are things. What are you doing, Instagram? Ooh, to make you feel my love. Ooh. Let's give that a listen just real quick while we're sitting here. Should it be that thunder only happens during precipitation? Because snow is just rain. It's cold.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case,
Nice.
I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there
changing it up a little bit. That's interesting. Who does she sound like? She definitely has a voice that's similar to someone. How long ago is this? This one's 3 months. She's got one there from 7 days ago. Acoustic covers. Oh, these are releases. Okay, so she's doing the thing where she's releasing the music on the YouTube side. That's cool. She's already got the shorts game like kicking. Okay, so she's been around a bit. She knows what she's doing. Okay.
I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong.
It sounds like she's trying to capture a little bit of Billie Eilish. Like a little bit of that sound. Especially in that low part, like right here.
There's no doubt in my mind where
Like that.
you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue. I go
It would have to be Chance and Rob.
crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love.
I know, that song's
The
too.
storms are raging.
I was going to say, they definitely did this song at one point. But it would have to be Chance and Rob for sure if it wasn't. I don't remember at this point. It's hard to remember all these songs, but I was thinking, it's like, wait a minute, didn't they do this song? And it seems like it was definitely more Austin-led, if I had to guess. Was it a Valentine's Day song? I mean, it makes sense. Oh, yeah. That's right. That's right. Either way.
On the rolling sea.
Should have guessed that when it's like a super cheesy love song, of course it's Valentine's Day.
And on the highway of regret, the winds of change are blowing wild and free. 'Cause you ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
I don't know. I like it. I don't think they should. I think there's lots of songs that would not be good by them. Like basically all of... Fine. Have them cover the Chronic album. Sure. Let's see Home Free cover that. Or NWA. It's like, let's test their metal. Let's give them some West Coast rap to cover. Sorry, no. Yeah, I remember that. I remember. Because Austin was doing some ridiculous things with the vehicle, yeah. Chance was doing laundry. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And Adam was doing some weird things under the cabinets with the power drill. I remember now. Thanks for bringing that up. No, don't start that. No, I don't think Home Free should do everything because I really don't. It's like I don't think they're capable of doing some things because there's just types of music that they can't replicate. So no. Sorry. They have a niche and they should stay within that niche and never leave it ever. All right. So, like I said earlier, we already did Taylor Davis visiting the Hound and the Fox. So now we're just going to check out her new song by herself. It's an original song called The Calling. yes, Laura, and also Jay, this is Lindsey Sterling at home. Um, she does not. She has never been as extreme as Lindsey Sterling, and therefore has never been quite as big. But she's been around probably just as long. Because I remember getting into Lindsay and Taylor at the same time because they were both doing violin work. I'm pretty sure they both done work with Peter Hollins at one point. But I definitely know Taylor, of course, from when she worked with Home Free briefly. Lindsay did work with Pentatonics. That's how I found her. So, and then Taylor did some video game stuff and anime stuff. That's how I also found her. So, round about the same time they've been around, but Lindsay got big because of America's Got Talent, and Taylor, I didn't. I mean, it just is what it is, but she's good. It's niche. It's niche or niche, depending on how you're applying it. I don't care. I think that when you're saying something is like, I think it's the way the word is used, like a niche thing or something is a niche place. I don't know. There's a way to, for some reason, to me there's a difference. It's the same word, but you say it differently on how it's applied. I like this.
Hey everyone, thank you so
Hi.
much for watching. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be releasing new original music again, finally. And I have so much more planned for this year, including an entire album. It'll be coming later this year. I'm gonna be running a behind the scenes campaign, a pre-order, all of that stuff. So if you wanna stay up to date with that and get some exclusive behind the scenes, make sure you're signed up for my email list because that's gonna be the best place where I can update you guys with all that stuff. So I've got a link to that in the description below. I'm just so happy to be back creating original music again for you guys. So thank you again so much for all the support you've given to me over the years, and I will be back again very soon with more music.
Nice. Very nice. I think the hard part is like it seems like it's kind of when you get into like the more classical instruments like violin and stuff like that, it's like, how do you make something that sounds new and original when so much shit has been done for 200 plus years, you know? It's like at some point everything is derivative to a degree, you know? Oh, actually, here she is with Mia Asano. We checked out Mia before, so that's cool. Misheard lyrics, Steve Morris. That sounds like something we should watch on the Patreon. And here she is, doing a reverse thing. Wellerman / he's a pirate. Excuse me, I felt that coming. There it is. Also, I think I mentioned this when it was currently on. I really didn't think the Pentatonics did that well at all when they were on The Masked Singer. I think they had one performance that was worth a damn, and I think that was their like second to last performance. But I think there were people who went home that shouldn't have, and it was only because people clearly knew that this was Pentatonics and were voting for them. But I really didn't think they were all that good. Either way, moving on. Good one from Taylor. Good one from Taylor. And this one was from like 8 days ago. I think she had something else. Yeah, we didn't actually do her Christmas thing, though. So it is what it is. Hold on. Movie soundtrack style. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so we've missed quite a few things from her in the last few, well, years, realistically. Because I watched a lot of her older stuff. I just haven't kept up. Ooh. Spider-Man theme from No Way Home. Nice. We could do a whole Taylor deep dive. That might be fun. Either way. All right, changing things up. And we're going with a movie star. Going with Jeremy Renner. I mean, is that a new one? If so, no. I've not listened to any new Pentatonics. If it's an old one, odds are yes. Oh, it's fairly new? No. Hold on. I guess. I mean, I also think that Masked Singer doing groups is kind of pointless. It's the Masked Singer, not Masked Singers / beatboxer. I also felt like because there were backing tracks, they honestly weren't doing that much. You know, they were still doing their thing, but there was full-on backing tracks. So it's like they're not doing their whole job, if I'm being honest. So I just think that it's just... I mean, artists can stay relevant way past their expiration date. Pentatonics keeps going. I think they all had a pretty good thing going when they were doing their individual things, to be totally honest. But you know what? And then Avi's got new music, but we sure as hell ain't listening to that on this channel. Maybe when we go to Rumble, which once again we'll probably be doing. Hoo-hee, Tara. Did I miss something? Oh, you're talking about, okay, yeah. So Jeremy released a video the other day with his, but I didn't watch this. So this is a lyric video. It's just called Survive. Yeah, sorry, I missed the context. So for those who don't know, Jeremy Renner was in a horrible snowplow accident and was in really bad condition, nearly lost his leg, and has made a ridiculous recovery. Like, I've been following it on Instagram. Like, he posts his videos of his workouts and stuff like that. And it's crazy considering how close he was to losing his leg and or life. And he's come back. Not only he'll be getting back into acting. Well, luckily he had the strike to give him extra time off. But he'll be getting back into acting. But also he's still making music. So I've only heard a couple songs from him. So this should be interesting. So this is Survive, official lyric video.
Sinking into the deep end, but I'm not gonna drown. Breathing, it's getting harder to breathe in. From the wake of the dark, all you hear is your heartbeat sound. I'm falling down, it's calling out. Oh, save me now. Gotta take me alive. I was born to survive. I look fear in the eye and I'm ready to fight for what's mine. Dive into the blue. No, I'm not gonna lose. I close my eyes and know that I'll survive. Breathe in.
Not gonna lie, it just sounds like straight up like pop, alternative pop music. Like I would hear this on our local The Buzz, like no problem. has like almost an Imagine Dragons sound going on too, with like kind of the ethereal soundscape music in the background, like the wailing and stuff like that in the female backing track. However, one thing I would love to hear him with Jensen Ackles. I think that would be pretty cool.
It's getting harder to breathe in the black of the dark, all you hear is your heartbeat sound. Call the wild to chill the night, the thrill of the high, you're not ready to die. It's taking a hold, I'm not ready to go, 'cause I am the animal. Gotta take me alive, I was born to survive. I'm fear in the eye and I'm ready to fight for what's mine. Dive into the blue, no I'm not gonna lose. I close my eyes and know that I'll survive.
I'm starting to think who he sounds like. The name that comes to mind is Matt Bellamy. I could be wrong. Let me Google. Yeah, Matt Bellamy. Who's he? The band? What band does he write for? Muse. Maybe. Possibly. I mean, that's what's in my head, but I don't know if that's accurate. That's for some reason that's the name that came to mind.
Gotta take me alive, I was born to survive.
So I'm not totally crazy.
I'm fear in the eye and I'm ready to fight for what's mine. Dive into the blue, no I'm not gonna lose. I close my eyes and know that I'll survive.
I mean, if he wrote this after, I mean, that's true. There's definitely some auto-tune going on there. But I mean, if he wrote this after his accident, that's crazy. That is crazy. The River, I wouldn't mind hearing that one. Yeah, he clearly did a buttload of things. I mean, like, hold on, pause that. Okay, so this is Wait. That's that one. Last music video. So behind the scenes on that. Behind the scenes there. Nice. Okay, so Love and Titanium. So I guess that's literally like talking about the titanium rods holding his leg together. Okay. Yeah, so Wait was 2 weeks ago. Okay, so here's a whole bunch of different ones from years ago. So big jump from 3 years ago to boom. But of course, in the middle of all that, he's been doing a lot of acting. He was on a TV show. What is it? Mayor of something town? I forget, like that. Where he was like the star. And then, of course, Hawkeye and probably, shit, I don't even know. I'm trying to remember what his big, I'll scroll down enough. Best Part of Me, I think I remember hearing that back in the day. But like, I forgot his big breakout thing. I mean, it's like, he's been making music for a while, which is funny. Because you wouldn't have thought about it, so. I wouldn't mind hearing him and Robert Downey Jr. together, because he also makes music. So, either way, we'll probably go. Maybe we'll do a Renner night on the Patreon. That might be worth it. Just go check out Sippy Cup. I kind of want to hear what Sippy Cup is all about. But yeah, he's definitely probably has a different outlook on life now since nearly dying. You know. He was in Was it Mission Impossible or no? He was in one of the Bourne movies. He was in one of the new Bourne movies. He replaced Matt Damon. I know that. I don't know if he in some of the mission. Was he in? He might have been in one of the Mission Impossibles as like one of the other guys, not in MI6. Okay. Hold on. Clearing out notifications. I mean, he's been in a bunch of stuff. So, I mean, the fact that he had a 3-year gap between making music is not surprising. But definitely want to hear more of this album because it sounds cool. Garden of Stone. Sounds pretty cool. Gotta wonder if that's about a graveyard or not. Because it might be. All right. So, it is getting late. But shit, okay. Here's the problem. We're already at 10 o'clock. We have Tommy and Allie video to check out. Should we skip the Allie video? Just go ahead and get to Tommy and call it a night? I'll leave it up to you guys. Because it's a 22-minute video from Allie. That's one reason why I left a good chunk there. Yes, which way? Skip Alley is the. Sorry, I asked a question and then it's like I needed the option skip or not skip. Okay, there we go. Okay, got it. All right, so we'll skip Alley for now. That's fine. It's a longer video. We'll save it for another night. That's fine. We'll jump straight to Tommy. Yeah, because I gotta go figure out how to fit pizza into our refrigerator, which really needs to be cleaned. When's the last time you guys cleaned out your fridge? Like, not just threw stuff away, but I mean, like, emptied it out, cleaned out the shelves, threw away old crap, you know. All right, so the song that I've been waiting for, because I love Transformers. If anybody doesn't realize. And in fact, this is the song from the 86 movie, which a lot of my 86 stuff is right there, including Unicron. So, excuse me. And some random other things are there too. So, either way, now my only thing is the original version of The Touch from Stan Bush is great, or Stan Bush. I never know if it's meant to be one word or two. He's doing a metal version. And anytime he does metal versions of an already awesome rock song, I get scared. So we'll see. We'll see. Because I'm excited, and I hate to be excited on a new Tommy thing when he makes it a metal cover. So we'll see.
You got the touch. You got the power. Yeah.
That ended abruptly. I think that was supposed to fade out a little bit more, and it ended abruptly. Okay, so my fear was unjustified in the end. I mean, it still like super high energy for it, but I still enjoyed it. I didn't want to interrupt it either. Um, and yes, the when Optimus died in the original movie, it was one of the childhood like core memory things, like when you knew your heroes could die, and like yeah, of course it was undone later in later seasons of the show, but also to the fact at the same time, G.I. Joe did the same thing with their movie by killing off Duke, but then they didn't have the balls to follow through with it, and they just said, Duke woke up from his coma. That by the end of the movie, they ad-libbed in a thing. But I thought one of the best parts, like for me, there's an unofficial part of that song, and it's because that song starts playing when Hot Rod becomes Rodimus Prime. So part of that thing that's missing there is the Rise. Rodimus Prime is part of the song. But either way, I use my cars about the fridge and freezer. That's crazy. That's nuts, Trisha. I think you watch Transformers and G.I. Joe. I don't know why. It's just like that's just unexpected for me. So either way, that was great. But now I want to go watch the Cybertronic Spree version. If you guys haven't seen Cybertronic Spree, I think we've covered them at least once. They make their own music, but of course they play the Stan Bush covers anytime they're at concerts, usually at Transformer conventions or the like, or any type of 80s throwback conventions. Cybertronic Spree is fantastic, and hopefully I will get a chance to see them in person one day. Combining cosplay and 80s rock music is, I don't know, there's something absurd about it, and it's best when done like that. So either way, so I will see you guys next week. Do your best to stay warm. This weekend is still going to be pretty cold for a good chunk of us. And we will come back next week. Once again, we'll be back with Patreon thingy-do next week at some point. You know, hopefully we'll get it in on Wednesday. Who knows? Things change every now and then. And then, of course, we do have an extra one. So if you, at the end of the month, for anybody who is a part of the Patreon, there will be a bonus Patreon call where it's open to all Patreon members to come in and join. So make sure you're there for that. Wow, that's crazy. All right, but I'll see you guys later. Remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be loud. Bye, guys. I'm going to take off my headphones first. Watch. Things you never get to see. Look, I took my headphones off. Now I'm going to hit the button. You didn't know. You don't even know what my ears look like. Is it weird? It's weird.